Days of Our Lives spoilers. 3 urgent hospital victims. These emergencies ahead in Salem. Salem, the picturesque town where love blooms eternal and secrets fester like old wounds, is once again on the brink. The familiar facade of Horton Town Square, the gentle flow of the river, and the warm glow of the Brady pub cannot mask the impending storm. For at the heart of this community, University Hospital, the institution that has borne witness to more miracles, resurrections, and medical melodramas than any other, is about to be pushed to its absolute limit. According to exclusive spoilers, a triad of urgent emergencies is converging, promising a week of pulse-pounding drama that will test the fabric of every family in town. This isn't just a random assortment of accidents. It's a carefully orchestrated crisis that speaks to the very soul of Days of Our Lives. The hospital has always been more than a set. It's a crucible where fates are sealed, truths are revealed in delirium, and the line between life and death is as thin as a scalpel's edge. The impending chaos promises to be a masterclass in interwoven tragedy, where personal stakes are magnified under the unforgiving fluorescent lights. Victim 1. The Pillar in Peril. The first victim rushes through the ER doors, and their identity sends shockwaves through the staff. This is no peripheral character, but a cornerstone of Salem society, a matriarch, a patriarch, a legacy hero. The nature of their emergency is both sudden and severe, a catastrophic collapse during a moment of high emotional tension. Was it a poison slipped into a celebratory toast, a latent condition triggered by a shocking revelation, or the devastating result of a physical altercation gone wrong? The medical mystery is only the beginning. Their hospitalization becomes a vortex, pulling in family members with conflicting agendas. Long-buried resentments surface in the waiting room. Potential heirs hover, their concern laced with avarice. As doctors like Kayla Johnson and Sarah Horton fight to stabilize this beloved figure, the battle outside the ICU is just as fierce, a fight for the future of a family empire, with the fate of its leader hanging in the balance. This emergency is a direct assault on Salem's history, threatening to remove a guiding light and plunge a powerful clan into disarray. Victim 2. The Innocent Catalyst. Simultaneously, a second gurney speeds down the corridor, carrying a victim of pure, heartbreaking innocence. This is likely a child, a teenager, or an outsider whose only crime was being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Their emergency is visceral and action-packed. A multi-car pileup on the Salem Bridge, a fire at a beloved establishment, or a tragic case of mistaken identity during one of Salem's infamous criminal escapades. This victim serves as the community's emotional compass. Their suffering strips away the pretense and scheming, reminding everyone of the real human cost of Salem's perpetual chaos. It will bring together sworn enemies in shared vigil. It will force hardened criminals like Ava Vitale or even Clyde Weston to confront a shred of their own humanity. Most importantly, it will ensnare our heroes, particularly a heroic Horton or Brady, in a web of guilt and protective fury. Did their actions indirectly cause this? Will their quest for vengeance or justice jeopardize the victim's care? This story thread is a raw nerve designed to make viewers' hearts ache and remind us that in Salem, collateral damage is always personal. Victim 3. The Villain's Agony. Completing this tragic triptych is the most complex admission, a villain in dire medical straits. This isn't a simple comeuppance. It's a life-threatening crisis befalling one of Salem's prime antagonists, a Leo Stark, a Sloan Peterson, or a resurrected foe from the past. Perhaps they are shot while enacting a blackmail scheme, suffer an allergic reaction to their own poison cocktail, or are critically injured fleeing the scene of their latest crime. Their emergency creates a profound ethical dilemma. The medical staff, sworn to do no harm, must work to save someone who actively seeks to destroy the lives of those around them. Will a doctor hesitate? Will a rival, seeing them vulnerable on the operating table, seize the opportunity to ensure they never wake up? This scenario forces characters like Steve Patch Johnson with his unwavering moral code, or Johnny Di Mera with his newfound sense of responsibility, to make impossible choices. It also opens the door for a potential redemption arc born of vulnerability, or the terrifying prospect of a villain who feels they have nothing left to lose upon recovery. The converging storm. These emergencies ahead. With these three victims fighting for their lives, the hospital corridors become a stage for the next wave of crises. Resource scarcity. A rare blood type is needed for 2 patients. A single specialist is pulled between 3 critical surgeries. The hospital itself may face a power outage or cyber attack, plunging the life-saving efforts into literal darkness. Explosive revelations. Under sedation or in feverish delirium, patients will murmur secrets. A villain might confess to a past murder. A hero could inadvertently reveal a hidden paternity. A comatose patient's biometrics might expose a long-term poisoning plot. Romantic crossroads. High-stress environments are Salem's favorite matchmaker. Forced proximity in the waiting room will reignite old flames. A worried Eric Brady and Nicole Walker reunion. Anyone? And shatter fragile new relationships. A life or death moment will prompt a long-awaited declaration of love or a bitter breakup. The hidden connection. The most tantalizing spoiler of all hints that these 3 seemingly separate tragedies are, in fact, subtly connected. A single, reckless action by a character we least suspect, a distracted text message, a tampered-with vehicle, a well-intentioned lie, may have set this entire domino effect in motion. The quest to find this link will drive the mystery in the weeks to come. In the coming days, University Hospital will transform from a place of healing into a pressurized drama chamber. As the sirens wail and the surgeons scramble, the true diagnosis of Salem will be revealed. A community perpetually on the edge, bound not by peace, but by the shared trauma and unwavering resilience forged in moments like these. The emergencies ahead are more than plot points. They are a catalyst for revolution, revelation, and rebirth. Tune in, because in Salem, the prognosis is always critical, and the cure is often more dangerous than the disease.